There everyone, welcome back. This lesson is about a very important topic. It's to do with shape, and if we understand shape we can enhance our pictures greatly. At the end of this I'll give you a project actually which will be fun for you, and it will help you to understand this. But I've just covered three basic lines, and that's the vertical pardon me, where it's a very stable sort of shape if you make a shape out of that line. So the square, for example, is a very stable and very balanced and very safe sort of shape. The horizontal line is very calming. It's like almost like a seascape. And I'd like to think of the circle as a sort of very calming shape. It's a continuous line, but these shapes are very helpful, and they have a very important psychological effect on your art, and the viewer sees your art, and it will affect them especially. So this diagonal is the very dramatic one. Now, to try and demonstrate this a little bit further for you, I've drawn a basic tree, which is just a pleasant shape. It's got a vertical trunk, which is, as I said before, is a very stable and very authoritative too. I should have mentioned that. That's why I showed the Greek columns. But the leaf mass is a circle, so you can see I've combined both, and this would be a very pleasant design for any landscape or any kind of design that illustration that you're making. Now, that's not to say that all trees are calm and peaceful and tranquil like this one. One person I really liked is Arthur Rakam. His trees are very dynamic, and you can see there's a strong emphasis on the diagonal. So his art is often filled with moments which are quite dramatic, and a very interesting artist. You may have seen Walt Disney's film where he Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, where he used very dynamic trees which were very aggressive and frightening. So if you ever have a chance to see that film, it's 1937, but it's a masterpiece. That film, you look at it online. You can check out Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Very frightening and very interesting film. So you can see the two rectangles at the bottom. I'm going to do something there which I can show you by making just not major changes in the shape that I'm going to draw there, the two shapes. Just making minor changes, we can greatly enhance the picture. So wait around for that one. I think you'll get something out of it. So there we've got use of the vertical, use of the circle, and the use of the diagonal. So you can see that the Rakam tree is very powerful. And so this idea of the horizontal line, I'll come up to that now. It's the most peaceful design element. It's often used in landscape and seascape, where it's a really horizontal plane, and then the picture is almost always done in a 4:5 ratio, such as you see here, or such as the one I'm drawing, that is. So that, sorry for putting that picture in the wrong place. Doing little seascapes and like this is very relaxing. It's very calm. It can't fall over. It's very stable, and it has a very definite effect. Now, if you're a landscape painter, or artist, you can see that we can add elements in this which are peaceful and altogether make a great composition. Now, coming up, I've got a drawing of a young Japanese woman, and I think in the first case, I make it based on those round shapes, very peaceful, and she has a very tranquil demeanor. And I want to compare by showing you just a few changes in the shape of her face and head. We can create a very different element. I'm not trying to make a sort of scary person or a witch or anything like that. I'm just saying that, I mean, there's beauty in everything that we see, and in this case, we've got a very a character with a very long head. I've just changed it around to make her look like a much more interesting person in a sense, because she's got a lot more character. Not that the girl on the left hasn't got character. She has, of course, but it's a peaceful sort of demeanor. Whereas this one, I'm not saying she's troubled. I think she can handle herself pretty well. I'll see how it develops anyway. But just extending the length of the head and making it a bit narrow and a little tiny bit pointed. I didn't want to exaggerate it too much. I don't like to be too outlandish sometimes, but just extending that head and narrowing the head, we create a very different type of character. Actually, I have based this character on a Japanese, like a mythological creature. I shouldn't say creature, but a mythological person. She's a princess or lady, if you like, Yurie, and she's very dynamic. Japanese art, of course, explore all sorts of mythological ideas. It's very, very interesting, and I hope to make some work on that in later videos, talking about Japanese art, which is very, very interesting. And of course, you all know manga and anime. Well, there's historical background in all of the work that you might have seen in manga and anime. Sorry, I'm using the Japanese pronunciation, manga, I think it is, isn't it? There's a lot of really fantastic artists here, and I think you might have heard of the Ghibli studio. Very, very dynamic. I think he won an Academy Award just recently too, Hayao Miyazaki. So there's a certain elegance that I can see emerging in her face. She's got a little bit more sort of authority in a way, perhaps. So I love to play around with the potential character studies, and one of my things is talking about character study. I'll give you tons of videos on that subject, because I have written a children's book. It's not published yet, but I'm hoping to get it published soon. And I love going into making a story out of a picture. It's just really interesting. It gives you some kind of basis when you're doing that drawing. Now, here's a project for you to sharpen your skills, as I promised in the beginning of this video. On a blank piece of paper, I want you to create two scenes, one using mostly round shapes and another using sharp angular shapes, and see how these simple choices can change the entire mood of your drawings. And when you're done, feel free to share your work in the comments or on social media with the hashtag Shape Design Challenge. I'd love to see your work, and it's very helpful for me. So thank you very much for watching. I hope it was of value to you. I intend to focus especially on this sort of idea of the elements of design, and I want to make sure that I convey in the best possible way. The reason I'd like to see your work is because actually I'm an art teacher. I taught high school and technical college art, and it's a great feeling to see the improvement in a student's work. So don't be shy. Please submit your work, and I'll do my best to help you. So I certainly hope you got something out of this video. It's really an important element, this element of design, this shape. So I hope you got something out of it. Please like and subscribe if you found it helpful, and I'll look forward to seeing you and following up, hopefully, with that little project I set for you. Please leave a comment too. I'd really love to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much, everyone. See you in the next video. Bye for now.